Hello, welcome back to Snugglewood, young Dreamlynx. My name is Irene. Snuggle down, ready for a blissful night's sleep under these beautiful stars above. And so our story begins in a place called Hearthstone Hamlet and the sleepy giant tale of Hearthstone Hill. In the heart of the rolling emerald plains, tucked snugly between great oak groves and crystal clear streams, lies the enchanting Hearthstone Hamlet. The morning mist rises gently here, curling like ghostly waves from the dew-laden grass and weaving through the towering trees, as if the earth breathes in serene whispers. All paths in the hamlet lead eventually to the centerpiece of this magical world, Hearthstone Hill. An ancient mound draped in velvet moss and flecked with tiny blue wildflowers that seem to radiate a soft, soothing light as dusk falls. Hearthstone Hill is unlike any other hill, for it's a gathering place, a cherished sanctuary of the gentle giants who roam this land quietly and harmoniously. It is said that long ago, in times so distant that even time itself loses grip of clarity, the giants were drawn to this hill by a melody as gentle as the sighing summer wind, a sound so tender it found its way into their dreams. No instrument creates this music, for it hums from the earth itself, in perfect resonance with the heartbeat of the land. The path leading to Hearthstone Hill is a winding ribbon of crushed gravel, its pale surface glowing softly as though kissed by moonbeam fragments. It spirals upward, inviting wanderers to ascend with steadied steps. Along the way, towering white birches softly sway, their papery bark resembling silvered whispers in the dusk. Between the trees, the cheerful babbling of nearby brooks adds layers to a symphony of tranquility, water weaving a dance as it tumbles over polished stones. At the hill crest, a wide clearing opens, known simply as the meeting stone. It is a smooth, flat expanse of ancient granite, dappled in hues of warm gold and shimmering grey. Large pieces of weathered limestone, naturally curved and shaped, encircle it as makeshift seats where giants of Hearthstone Hamlet rest their weary frames. Their voices, deep and melodic, carry stories of ages past, tales that resonate far beyond the hill, merging with the very wind. Hearthstone Hill is more than just a place. It is a cradle of comfort and connection, a ground so sacred that the footsteps upon its soil invoke a feeling of profound peace. The giants gather not only to share tales, but to feel the hill's grounding presence, to listen to the ancient melody that lulls them into stillness. Each breeze carries with it a faint, melodious hum, emanating from the crevices of the rocks. It is neither loud nor intrusive, merely a murmur that one grows attuned to when the soul quiets itself. Just past the meeting stone lies the circle of glowfern, a patch of smothered grass that radiates faint luminescence under a velvet black sky. These delicate ferns, with their pearly, translucent leaves, create an orchard of light and shadow. Giants tread carefully here, their footfalls gentle, for that is where the fire moths hover, trailing silver luminescence as they dance between the glowing leaves. The air is forever soft and honeyed, carrying whispers of lavender blooming amidst the ferns. By twilight, the scene shifts as shades of navy and violet blanket the skies above Hearthstone Hill. Around them, stars begin to blink into view. their light reflected on the dew-kissed wildflowers. The atmosphere thrums with a harmonious quiet, a magic rare and untouched. From time to time, the hill grants its visitors glimpses of a stunning aurora. The lights of the giants, blues and greens, moving like whispers through the clouds. The giants, seated around basking in the glow, believe the lights to be gifts from their ancestors. Blessings for peace and unity beneath the heavens. Should you stumble upon the hill during the moments of harmony, you would feel an effortless warmth seep into your being. It is not merely the view, not only this perfection of sights, scents and sounds. It is the tenderness of belonging, an unspoken understanding that Hearthstone Hill cradles anyone willing to rest beneath its watchful aura. It bids you breathe softly, to lean your thoughts into the comfort of the stones and to linger here, gently suspended in time. And closer to moonrise, as Hearthstone Hill sinks deeper into the cradle of the night, the giants hum their reverent low songs, songs without words, yet filled with profound emotion. The melodies blend effortlessly with the elusive tune of the hill itself, the perfect lullaby for both wanderers and the earth. The Lantern Bridge, much like everything else in Hearthstone Hamlet, is not merely a point of transition, but a destination in itself. The lanterns adorning it sway gently in the cool breeze of evening, their glow pulsing softly in rhythm with the ethereal hum that seems to emanate from the hill. Each lantern is unique, crafted by the gentle giants in their moments of quiet creativity. Some are shaped like flowers with petal-like panes of stained glass. Others resemble stars, moons, or intricate geometric patterns, making the entire bridge a living gallery of radiant artistry. The lantern's light changes almost imperceptibly, shifting hues as if echoing the twilight canvas that wraps around the landscape. Many giant travelers pause here, lingering longer than they intended, captivated by the serenity that spills over into the bridge like an invisible tide. The babbling of the crystal pools below only adds to the moment's stillness, their surfaces catching and reflecting the vibrant light of the lanterns above. Fire moths continue their delicate dance, their silvery glow intertwining with the lantern light, creating a spectacle of subtle radiance. For those fortunate enough to arrive at just the right hour, the rare moon petal lilies bloom along the water's edge, their glowing white petals spreading open under the pale light of the rising moon. Legends say these lilies hold the essence of peace itself, whispered into existence by the land's oldest spirits. Beyond the lantern bridge, the path continues its gentle ascent toward the hill. The air here carries a heightened sense of anticipation, like stepping into a story yet to unfold. Wild jasmine and thyme line the edges of the gravel path, their fragrances weaving together with a faint scent of cedarwood from the nearby groves. The magical hum of Hearthstone Hill grows stronger, but remains soothing, a melody that seems to resonate not only across the land, but deep within those lucky enough to tread this path. Each step feels lighter, each breath deeper, an unspoken connection forming between the traveller and the earth beneath them. Along the way, small waypoints appear like whispered secrets of the hill, places where one can pause and marvel at the magic of Hearthstone. The first is the Whispering Hollow, a secluded grove nestled just off the main path, shrouded in draping ivy and mossy stones. Here the wind moves in peculiar ways, carrying with it soft, murmuring voices that seem to tell stories to those who care to listen. These are not the voices of people, but of the earth herself. Echoes of rain that nurtured the hill, whispers of roots stretching deep into ancient soil, and the faintest suggestions of songs carried by time. Further along lies the silver thread stream, a narrow but endless flowing ribbon of water that gleams like molten silver in the moonlight. The gentle giants hold this stream as a place of contemplation, a spot where even the grandest of beings can sit humbly at its edge and reflect. The stones surrounding the stream are smooth and warm to the touch, as though they retain the sunlight that graced them earlier in the day. Here, dreams are said to be cradled, their gentle beginnings formed amidst the stream's hushed murmurs. The giants often bring tokens of remembrance, intricate carvings of stone or braided twigs, which they place alongside the stream bank as offerings of gratitude to the land they cherish. Beyond the stream, closer to the hill's crown, stands an ancient archway, entwined with vines and blooming clusters of glowberry blossoms. The blossoms emit a pale golden light, casting an otherworldly glow across this gateway known as the Warden's Arch. It is said to have stood here since the days of the first giants, placed as a mark of reverence to the sacred powers of Hearthstone Hill. The archway is intricately carved with symbols of harmony, swirling patterns that mimic the movement of wind and water, and figures of towering beings entwined with flowing vines. Travelers passing beneath feel as though they are stepping into a realm untouched by time. Crossing under the Warden's Arch carries one into the open expanse of the hilltop, where the circle of glowfern radiates its soft shimmer. Here the gentle giants gather most often, not only for counsel and storytelling, but for the simple act of togetherness. Music fills this space, not played by hands, but carried on the stillness of the night. The air seems to understand the unspoken needs of its visitors, cloaking them in coziness as they rest upon the naturally shaped limestone seats around the clearing. The tales exchanged are not only of the past, but of the life lived within this sacred place, of the moments that bind even the wisest of giants to the joy and beauty of the present. At this peaceful summit, one can lie down amongst the soft patches of wildflowers and gaze up at the starry expanse above. The constellations visible here seem brighter, more vivid than anywhere else, as though Hearthstone Hill offers a clearer glimpse into the heavens. Shooting stars often streak across the sky, their fleeting brilliance met with soft murmurs of wonder from any onlookers. The atmosphere feels doused with warmth and serenity, a sensation like being wrapped in the world's gentlest embrace. One particular night, the clouds parted to reveal the lights of the giants in their full splendor. The glowing blues, greens, and faint pinks shifted like waves throughout the skies, casting their beautiful light upon the hill. The giants believed this is to be an auspicious sign, a rare moment when the spirits of their ancestors came close to the living world. During these precious nights, the giants would hum softly in harmony with the hill's melody, their voices blending with the lights above into a song that transcended the physical world. To the west of the circle of glowfern lies another wonder, the echoing caverns. These caverns are etched into the hill's slope, like secret doors waiting to be discovered. The entrance is marked by a cascade of fern leaves and luminescent moss that glows even in the absence of light. These caverns are renowned for their curious acoustics. A single word spoken here swirls and dances through the tunnels, blooming into a chorus of gently repeating echoes. The giants believe these echoes hold the voices of the hill itself, responding to visitors as if in conversation. Travelling giants often sit near the cavern mouth and hum simple melodies, surprised to hear their tunes carried and harmonized by the hill in return. Within these chambers, even the softest whisper feels eternal, carried infinitely through the still air. It is said that those seeking answers linger here, listening to the echoes until silence gives them clarity. Journeying back toward the northern side of the hill, one encounters the meadow of eternal bells, named for the countless bell-shaped wildflowers that grow in this unbroken sea of green. The meadow hums with a natural music of its own. The delicate flowers chime softly when swayed by even the gentlest breeze, creating a melody that ebbs and flows like the distant toll of church bells. The giants tend to this meadow with great care, ensuring the blooms flourish as they have for generations. Legends tell of those who have wandered into the meadow during quiet moments of reflection, only to hear the bells chime in synchrony with their heartbeat, a sound they carry with them long after leaving Hearthstone Hill. The deeper one travels into the meadow, the more the flowers seem to communicate, not just through sound, but through vibrations that can be felt in the earth when standing still. These vibrations are the whispers of deeper magic, a subtle reminder that life on Hearthstone Hill is connected in ways that defy explanation. Giants and visitors alike are known to lose track of time here, the symphony of flowers soothing their minds and grounding them in the present. It is an unspoken understanding that the meadow of eternal bells is not just a part of the land, but a living, breathing entity that deserves respect. Further down from the meadow, tucked into the southern edge of the hill, lies the grove of star willow trees. The giants regard the grove as a place of profound balance, where the energies of the earth and sky meet in perfect harmony. Beneath these trees, the air feels lighter, as if the burdens of the heart are lifted by the interconnected roots that snake through the soil below. The roots are said to carry not only nutrients, but also a quiet power that heals those who rest under the canopy, easing weary spirits. Star willows themselves are a marvel to behold. Their bark shimmered with faint patterns resembling constellations. On clear nights, visitors can sit among the trunks, the starry leaves above mirroring the celestial world. It is during these moments that some claim to hear the faint sounds of a harp carried on the breeze, a tune as ancient as the hill itself. Giants often gather here for ceremonial songs and storytelling, weaving their voices with the unseen melody to honour the hill's guardianship over them. They believe that in doing so, they strengthen the sacred bond between the hill, the sky, and their kind. Beyond the grove stands the Watcher's Ridge, the highest point on Hearthstone Hill. The ascent is steep, but the view at the top is a sight that steals the breath away. From the ridge, one can not only see the vast expanse of Hearthstone Hill, but also the lands beyond, where rolling hills fade into distant forests and rivers that glisten under the moonlight. Giants favour the ridge as a place of quiet contemplation, each visit a reminder of their role as stewards of this cherished land. Engraved into the stone along the ridge are ancient symbols, markers left by the first giants, capturing their reverence for the beauty of creation. Watcher's Ridge earned its name not for its scenic views, but for a curious legend. It is said that on the clearest of nights, watchers, mystical giant figures, composed of light and stardust, emerge to stand at the end of the ridge. Their presence is fleeting, often dissipating before they can be closely observed, but their intent seems benevolent, as though they are guardians of this sacred place. Some say the watchers are memories of those who once walked the hill, ensuring its magic endures through the ages. Others believe the watchers are spirits of the stars, drawn to the hill's harmony. For those who see the watchers, the experience is unforgettable. They are often described as celestial beings, bathed in gold and sapphire light, their outlines shifting like the surface of a shimmering pool. Their silent presence evokes feelings of peace and awe. The watchers are a reminder of the mystery surrounding Hearthstone Hill, a place where the boundaries between the physical and the ethereal are blurred. Descending from the ridge, night fades into dawn, and the hill begins to stir with soft life. The flowers open to the morning sun, dew glistening on their petals like tiny diamonds. The gentle giants move quietly through the waking land, tending to it with a grace and care that is almost meditative. For them, every action, whether gathering berries, whispering gentle prayers to the land, or simply sitting in silence, is an acknowledgement of the hill's sanctity. Visitors who leave Hearthstone Hill carry its essence with them, a part of its magic taking root in their hearts. Though they may return to their own world, their connection to the hill never fades. Its song, heard in the rustle of leaves or the crash of distant waves, serves as a lifelong reminder of the harmonious beauty waiting in the quiet places of the earth. And for those fortunate enough to dream after their visit, Hearthstone Hill lives on. Its skies, streams, and melodies forever entwined with their imagination and peace. Hearthstone Hill's magic does not end when its visitors depart. Those who have been here often speak of a subtle shift that stays with them, a sense of grounding, a quiet strength, and an openness to the beauty around them. It is said that Hearthstone Hill leaves a piece of its song in the hearts of all who rest within its aura, a melody that continues to play softly when they pause to listen. And so, beneath the radiant canopy of stars, amidst the soothing hum of the hill and the whispered stories carried on the breeze, Hearthstone Hill stands as a timeless sanctuary of peace and connection. The gentle giants, keepers of its harmony, remain vigilant and welcoming, their deep voices part of this place's eternal song. Whether you find yourself here in body or in spirit, Hearthstone Hill will always be a place to rest, to dream, and to belong.